Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
You spoke it up. Like, if the shoe was on the other foot, for all I can think about, if the shoe was on the other foot and a man and a woman was trying to be a man, they would never put her or them, they would never put them in the fucking jail with the men, bro. So what the fuck make you think it's okay to put this motherfucker with a penis in there with some women, dog?
Right. And it's two different incidents too, man.
That's two completely different incidents.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was two.
Yeah. That's two completely different incidents. The one that we talked about last week was the dude had got two women pregnant.
Oh, you're right.
And this one is a man sexually assaulted another inmate. But so the law, I guess in New York for this particular policy for transgenders is inmates will be housed where they identify as. So if you say you identify as a woman, they're gonna put you in a female pen. Like, and the special stipulations to that is, you know, if there's some kind of federally required safety assessment or preference, you know, the inmate can be, you know, required in alternative housing outside of their preferred gender that they identify as.
So basically, so basically, I know I'm about to get jammed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get caught up. If I identify as a woman, I'm going to a woman jail.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
So what's the stipulations on identifying? Like changing my name? Like what's that? You know
so this motherfucker even got a so his name is like I'll make up a male name. I remember the female name. His name was David, but the female name was like Diamond. So it was like David Jones. Is a woman, or you know, transition to a woman wants to be known as Diamond or some shit like that, which is crazy, man. And you know, they gonna fuck around and get somebody killed.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, I mean, simple and plain, man.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we want to say, oh, you know, anybody should be able to have the freedom to identify as what they want to or whatever else, like that shit is crazy to me. And I think we said this last week. That's kind of like still the same thing along the lines of, you know, it worries me because you can have a motherfucker that's identifying as a woman in the damn bathroom with your daughter, you know, getting his peak on
whole time.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they're gonna fuck around and get somebody killed in jail, dog. That's the only thing I can say. Like, that shit is that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why, Siri. I gotta turn that shit off for Siri. Man, I really don't want to talk about this, but Meg said sexually.
I didn't, yeah. What she said, no, right? She said no.
Then she said no, but it took a while. So, but that's like me saying, like, yo, are you in such and such, you know, intimate with each other? Or do y'all have an intimate relationship or whatever? And then it's like, sexually? Then I'm like, yeah. And then you're like, no. You know what I'm saying? A big ass pause. So, I mean, if you are, you are. If you ain't, you ain't. It ain't, you know, nigga.
I thought she was already on record. Oh, it's already.
That they were fucking.
Yeah.
Right. But so, let's be completely transparent. We before done some dog shit, lied, cheated, whatever, right? Oh no, it's just the mic.
Okay.
Anytime you have, like, we're gonna say bend the truth. We're not gonna say lie. Bend the truth to fit your narrative or whatever, right? You always figure out a way to buy time. Like so, either you repeat the question or you take that long ass pause. It's like if a motherfucker be like, damn, homegirl said, you know, said you was fucking, you was in my homegirl DMs, and you was like, in her DMs? You know what I'm saying? Niggas always do that shit. It's always a question. It's like,
oh man, I was in her DMs. What? I was in her DMs.
Yeah, me. Come on now. Right? And usually that shit happened before you answer the question. Not saying she's lying or whatever. I don't know. Do I think they were fucking? Yes, 100%. I think they were fucking.
I mean, what did she say in that Plan B song? Something along those lines, right?
That would lead you to think that the Plan B song not even about Tory. If that's the case, I don't think it was about him to begin with, because a lot of the shit that was said, I'm just like, Tory was fucking busy before, you know what I mean?
I think it was. I think it was about Tory, bro. Like, who else? Like, because even when she performed in the Coachella, she said a couple words, blah, 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 blah. Like, and then it was like, boom, she bust out on it. So I think it definitely was about Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, she gon' like clown them and try to take credit for women trying to be on them and stuff like that.
Right.
Of course she is, because in her mind, she's the toughest chick out. You know what I'm saying? So
even on the Plan B song, it said something about he wasn't really nobody, or wasn't fucking nobody with nobody before her. She made him hot. Yeah,
I don't know, but I mean, he did give a little bit of more buzz.
Yeah.
I mean, from an artistry standpoint, he always played good music, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
He blew up once all the controversy happened.
She did too.
Controversy and sex sales.
Yeah.
You said I can't.
She won a whole lot of awards after that. Artist of the Year. The only thing she really had an album out. She beat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, sales wise, like, or notoriety wise, she still had it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she was on her way in. Yeah, she was there.
Right,
so, and then, I mean, you know, teaming up with Rock Nation and everything else. So, I mean, one thing I was listening to, I think it was Wallow and Gillian was talking, and one thing that they said that made a lot of sense, and they had like a lot of other, you know, different scenarios of where it happened in other cases. You know, like interview she did, it was like usually when people do interviews like that, it's to try to control the narrative, because
no question,
what's happening is not in that favor. Person's favor.
Yeah, no question.
So
that's what it looks like.
So if all this shit that you told Gayle King was going to be used in court, you wouldn't be saying it.
Of course.
So it's not admissible because it's probably not factual based or can't be proven.
Yeah, she's trying to control the narrative. Like at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know if I don't know exactly what happened, man. But but the way that the interview looks, it looks like you said she's trying to control the narrative, and like she's doing some typical like spiteful stuff, and you know, trying to take more money out of his pocket if you will. It comes down like fans and stuff like that. Like, because right now, to be honest with you, right now, if I'm going off of what I read in the media or what, you know, I look at certain comments when it boils down to, you know, their pages or whatever, or pictures that come up on some of these blogs when I am on Instagram. A lot of people don't believe her, man.
And it just looks like the story has changed so many times. Because even when they talk about the text messages, then they go back to something she said around the time that all this happened. She said her phone was dead. She didn't have access to the phone. So, I mean, and then the text message was sent, like, I think it was sent at like 8 a.m. when everything happened, like 2 or 3 that morning. So it's 5 hours later. So I don't know. I mean, hey, hopefully this should be over sooner or later. Either way it go, I don't care. I mean, if they do find Tory guilty, then, you know, he's gonna get what he's there. I mean, as far as in jail time or fines or whatever. If not, then everybody that had that same energy for him, hopefully they have that energy to apologize, and, you know, or what, however it goes. But of course it's not gonna happen. And, you know, it's gonna be, he was found innocent, but so now the question, somebody did it. We gonna do the, you know, whatever, man. We know how the media go, man. But Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. You know who it is. You know what we do. Dre the Nomad, Registered Prime Minister. Back with another episode. How you feeling?
Good. What's up?
I am good. I'm great. No, I'm great. I guess I ain't living a dream, but I wish I was.
Yeah, well, you live in somebody's dream. You live in somebody. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop you there. You live in a lot of people's dream when you wear the uniform, man. So
yeah. I mean, I'm woke. I woke up, so I mean that's more than a lot of people say too. So I'm using all them old attitudes now that the OGs be saying. 10 toes above ground, 10 feet above ground, or whatever this shit they be saying.
Another day on this side of the dirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, that's enough in itself, man. Yeah. Tar Heels looking good on football team and basketball team.
Man, get into it. You can get into
it. So what's good with you though? Before we get
honestly,
started, we're gonna get into it.
I'm straight, man. I'm a little tired, man. Mm-hmm. Tapped in, you know what summer looks like for me.
Okay.
All in as far as dad goes. Daddy duties go, if you will. So I'm just trying to get into a groove, man. Get to a rhythm with that, man. But got a great support system. So
okay.
I'm enjoying it, man. Get ready to head up with Virginia this weekend.
Oh, okay.
My partner Marcus is jumping the broom, so I gotta be in attendance for that. Actually, I'll be there at the time that we air this. I'll be in Virginia, so I'm happy for that. Other than that, though, work, different toilet, same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So before we get started, I do want to do a couple, I guess, promos or whatever. Something kind of new. Go check us out, Unapologetic Team. We are on Coffee and Apple Juice. The latest episode just dropped Tuesday night. Well, Wednesday morning. So go check that out. It's a pretty good episode.
Fun
episode. Yeah, fun episode. Aisha's back, her first podcast in probably a good 2 months or so. For our people that actually view us all the time, listen to us. Y'all know Aisha. She's been on the episode a couple times. Well, on the show a couple times. Also, I had the pleasure to join Smurf on his podcast.
Okay.
I feel like I was on another podcast. I think those are the two. We were on Aisha's. We was on that one. Aries Talking Sports, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
And I think you and Aisha got an episode coming up soon. I think she had mentioned that she wanted to do one with you.
Yeah, she told me.
So be on the lookout for that. And also, ladies, stop killing us over the sports.
Yeah.
I put a tag in there that says sports talk, even on the description. It says like at minute 11, sports talk.
I know.
And the sports talk ends minute, but they was like, golly, y'all talked about sports for 40 minutes. I was like, listen.
Well, I challenge you. Whomever hopped on my man head and said something about sports, right? You hear it here first. I'm looking in the camera. You hear it here first. Whomever has a problem with the sports, you can have the floor. You come on to Unapologetic, and for that time, whenever you feel like it, you can have the floor. The floor is yours.
Absolutely.
Call my bluff. You heard it here first.
Absolutely. But I said it's there. You can skip. I feel like if I skip, I'm missing something. Y'all might say,
you're missing sports.
Yeah. You absolutely right.
The timestamps are there.
It is, absolutely. It's no mistake. And it's right on key. It's right on key. Once this new topic or conversation or whatever we have it start,
boom.
That it's down to the second. It starts right then and there. So yeah. Listen, don't kill us, man. Don't kill us. We love sports. Just like we love talking about anything else. We are men. Right. So I did someone commented, just a quick recap on last week's episode about the breadwinner conversation.
Okay.
And let me see what was exactly said. I had to write that shit down. But it was a man, he commented, and he said he's dealt with a couple women that actually made more than him, and he said most women that make more money feel like they have to constantly remind you about it anytime something happens. Like when y'all get into a disagreement, whether it's like anytime something happens. He said that's like it's been thrown in his face a lot. Like, nigga, I don't need, like, I make my own money around here. I blah 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 blah.
Well, is that
get up out of here?
Is that throwing it in your face, or is that just stating facts? Like and it might be a fact that somebody or that woman makes more than you,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't sign on to that. Maybe it's just me, but at the end of the day, because I've dealt with women in my past that make more money than me, and they might say they can do it on their own, but that's not saying, hey, I pay the cost to be the boss, or just shut the fuck up because I make more than you. They're just saying what it is. I can take care of myself.
Right. But so it is stating the fact, but at the same time, you might feel a certain way about it once she initially says it, 1 or 2 times in a disagreement or argument. But every time y'all get into it, she like, look, nigga, like, listen,
No, it's a difference between saying I can do this on my own and saying, I make more than you. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah. But what are you validating though? If you feel like you got to say that every time we get, like, okay, I already know this because you told me this numerous times.
Oh, so you're saying it's like underlining, like taking a shot, like taking a quick jab.
It could be. Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, you're right. Could be. I'm just talking off experience. Motherfucker telling me they can do it on their own. I done heard it when a motherfucker ain't had no job. I done heard when a motherfucker got the same job as me. I done heard this motherfucker that made more money than me. Okay. So that particular statement, I can't sign on to saying, hey.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I've heard it from all different aspects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, sports talk. It's sports talk. Matter of fact, yeah. Oh, what we got? We ain't got no noise. Hold on. What I got here? We ain't got no fern. Let me see. You got some?
Sports.
And I'll do a little. Oh, hold on. Sports talk. Playoffs. You got any thoughts on the playoffs real quick, man? We ain't got to go through everybody.
No,
a lot of shit. Let's Memphis, Minnesota.
The most interesting.
Yes.
The most interesting series I've seen since the Heat and the Spurs.
Heat and the Spurs.
The most interesting I've seen.
That's what, about 2012, man?
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
I mean, back and forth slugfest.
Okay. Yeah.
To have a lot of young star power, but still star power on the floor. I like it, man.
Okay.
I like it.
I do.
I like it a lot.
I do. I like the scrappiness. Yeah. I like so here's my quick thoughts and assessments. I think Minnesota should have already ended this series. They've been up. They've blown 3 games, including last night. It's 2 games. Outside of last night, it's been 2 games that they have been up 20 plus points, and squandered them leads. I think Minnesota gets. Is Minnesota better than Memphis? No, but they have been playing better. They 3 quarters they have played better than Memphis in 3 games. In that 4th quarter, they just completely collapsed like they did last night.
So they're not resilient.
Yeah, not.
They don't have a drop of resilience.
No, they get into that back and forth talking with Memphis, and they can't play the game and do that same shit.
It's only one person on that team that can do that, and that's Pat Beverly.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Pat is the only one telling too small. When cats start talking, is Anthony, like they start folding. They was up by what, 16-17 last night when the 4th quarter ended?
Yeah.
And blew that shit.
Yeah.
And that was the 3rd game that they blown like that.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-2 series right now. So I mean,
So at what point do we have to say that they're not blowing it, and at the end of the day we have to give kudos to who Memphis is?
Definitely kudos to who Memphis is, but you would think out of those 3 games they should have, and we can't take nothing away from Memphis. you would hope that or think that they two of them, at least one, they could have closed out. They haven't closed any of those out. But I mean, Memphis is playing better than them in that fourth quarter. We've seen it plenty of times where teams have the Super Bowl with Atlanta and the Patriots. Atlanta was running over the Patriots' ass.
25-point lead.
Yeah. Fourth quarter, after halftime is a different game, but they really gave the game away in the fourth quarter. They played 2.5, 3 quarters better than Atlanta. And it happened, for the national championship. Just we outplayed Kansas the whole first half.
Yeah.
And collapsed. So with Memphis they won it. They just flat out they outplayed them. But Minnesota, they're talented enough to win the game. It's just I don't know what it is outside of the great play. That last play by Anthony Edwards was boneheaded. You don't go for it. I was watching. Me and Smurf was watching that shit together with somebody else. Yeah, you don't, especially over the top. Coach always tell you keep your body in between the man and the basket.
If it's me, I'm face guarding and I'm sending him to the big guys.
Yeah.
Go in there if you want to. Let's see.
Yeah. And I'm trying to make him catch the ball as close to half court as possible.
The announcer even said that. Not that they can hear the announcers, but
right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hats off to the Celtics. Smurf got it right. Well, Smurf didn't say it was sweet, but Smurf said they were going to win.
I think he said 6.
Yeah, he said 6, but I think we said it last week, it's the passing of the torch, man, when it comes down to Tatum and Tatum being aggressive and he really got the best of KD in the series, man. So hats off to him. For some reason, the New Orleans and Phoenix series, while it's interesting that an 8 seed is doing what they're doing, it's just it's a boring series to me, man. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe because there's not any high flyers in it.
No, it's a scrappy game.
Yeah, it's scrappy.
Like you said, it is interesting. It kind of reminds you the Bulls versus the Knicks. The Knicks was not as good as the Bulls, but they were scrappy enough, and they frustrated and got under the Bulls' skin enough to keep the game interesting, keep it close, win a game here or there, or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bulls would run through anybody else. Okay. But when they played the Knicks, 6-7 game series. That was the only time Mike really went to 7 games. He go to the finals and wouldn't even go to 7 games.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? When Indiana was scrappy that year, 7 game series. But play the best teams in the West and they go through them. And they getting under their skin. That boy, the boy from Georgia Tech, Alvarez. Yeah. Oh my God, that motherfucker is a damn pest, dog. He's in Chris Paul's ass. He got him frustrated.
Yeah, he said it. He was like, "Look, man. He's like, I understand. I'm up against a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, but I'm not giving nobody shit." And you got to salute the young man. He went from being undrafted, making the team, to what was he going to make? $7 million over the next 4 years.
Campaign last year. And what did they say? You go at the head, the rest of the body going. Luckily enough, Michael Bridges had a great game last night. Yeah, Cam Johnson came through, but you knock the head off, the rest of the body going, and that's how they keeping it close because motherfuckers really got like under Chris Paul skin and. Right. Brandon Ingram, Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, them boys are showing like, hey, NBA in good hands in the future. Agreed. And we ain't really got to see Brandon Ingram on this stage before because they haven't made the playoffs like that. And I mean, well, me and you know what he can do. What he do? Like, but he has really his game has really changed a lot this year, and he's like one of them dudes. Like he was
guaranteed 30.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Guaranteed 30.
And he's more aggressive.
Yeah, more
aggressive.
Yeah,
I like what I'm seeing from him, even though I mean he bucked the Kinston system and went to Duke, but I like what I'm seeing from him, man. You got any other thoughts on the NBA?
Man, we'll leave it for later.
Well, let's hit Ben Simmons real quick.
Oh my God.
So Ben Simmons supposedly, this is what Clutch Sports says, has a, and let me quote this. Ben Simmons has a mental block that could trigger or is triggering back issues. I can't make this up though. Like, okay, a mental block that's triggering back issues or back problems. I'm not a medical expert or genius.
Me neither.
I'm gonna use your word. Do it sound like crock of shit to me?
Yeah.
You fucking right. You fucking right. This sounds like crock of shit to me. I listen. I can't get with it. I can't get with it.
I was never on the Ben Simmons train. I won't start being on the Ben Simmons train. I will never be on the Ben Simmons train. At the end of the day, Ben Simmons is committing highway robbery. And
yeah, without a gun.
I mean, without a gun, right?
Damn.
And you know, he's just not. He don't have no heart, in my opinion. I have to second what Stephen A. Smith and what Shaq says, and you know, I don't think he has much heart, man.
It don't look like it. You know, like I know, two things that you like. Well, we'll talk about the back first. That's one thing that you really can't prove. Like when we talk about injuries and people say, "Hey, tell them you got this wrong with you or that wrong with you." You get in an accident. Tell them your back hurt. Like they can't tell you that your back don't hurt or you don't have back problems.
Right.
Like, that's one thing you can't. Like so, he can give this excuse and maintain his money and not play. Absolutely. And then mental health. You can't tell nobody that they fucked up mentally or they not. You know what I'm saying?
You can't. But
and if you do tell them, then it's like, oh my God, like you're insensitive. You can't tell him that. You can't blah blah blah.
No, but a mental block
that's fucking with your back.
That's fucking with your back.
You shitting me? Are you shitting me? Like, who makes that up?
Benson.
Clutch Sports, I guess. I'm tired of Clutch Sports, to be honest with you. I'm tired of Clutch Sports. I mean, we can sports it out. That report just came out about them. The Lakers and Clutch Sports are at odds because they said Clutch Sports, the Lakers front office is saying Clutch Sports has too much say-so over the organization right now.
No, LeBron.
Absolutely. Yeah, no shit. It's been that way since he's been there.
LeBron.
You think?
What are we talking about?
When they was in the bubble, I said this earlier today. The niggas had like 6, 7, 8 players on the team that was Clutch Sports 8, like signees. So yeah, I mean, hey,
whatever, man.
But yeah, so mental block that's fucking with your back. Yeah. I've never heard of it. We'll probably never hear it again. In his case, I think this might be something that other players might emulate down the road somewhere to keep their money in their pocket. Could the next CBA for the NBA and the players be ugly? I think so, because if I'm a GM and I'm paying a motherfucker over $30 million a year and he can just bullshit me about his back and a mental block and, sit out a whole year and not play, yeah, we're going to have to figure something out. Like, we got to put some clauses in contracts or something saying like a player got to play X amount of games for blah, 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 whatever else. Like, we know legitimate injuries and all this other shit, but you and I know, just like everybody else know, when motherfuckers blowing smoke up your ass too.
Period.
Point blank. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I can never look at Ben Simmons the same. I wasn't the biggest Ben Simmons fan either.
Man, shout out to Rich Paul for controlling the
nigga. Yeah. Hold on, man.
Shout out to Rich Paul for holding the NBA on a string like he's fucking Geppetto and Dave Pinocchio, dog.
Modern day Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, but when you got the one, you got the chosen one.
Yeah. You can control the narrative.
You do what the fuck you want to do.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see how that worked when he up out when LeBron retires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see how this shit work. Caleb Love.
Okay.
We knew it. We was just waiting. I mean, we just waiting on the official word, but I'm pretty sure we knew it.
I was on the fence.
Okay.
I was on the fence. I know you had a feeling. You had a good feeling about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the fence, man. But shout out to the Iron Four. Unfortunately, right. Manic couldn't come back.
Yeah.
Time's up, which is cool. Understood. It's gonna be big, but we'll make up for that inexperience. If you don't know, we're talking about 4 to 5 starters from last year's national championship run. North Carolina Tar Heels returning to school, and the saying is run that shit the fuck back. Right? They feel like they were bamboozled. They feel like they let one slip through their hands.
Rightfully so, yeah.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Bad play, yeah. I mean, for a lot of reasons, but yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very rare to see guys like this where you have, I'll say, 4 guys that potentially, can move on and play ball professionally. I'm not necessarily going to say NBA. I'm going to say professional.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Guaranteed 4 guys that could play professional basketball.
You're right.
For them to say, fuck it, I'm coming back, run this shit the fuck back. Let me show you what's rightfully ours.
Right. You're right.
You got to commend them for that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we've heard the underlying stories, with the NIL and with Caleb and Baycott, staying and making more money on their deals as far as in college, and that very well may be true, or it could be rumors. However, the fact of the matter is they'll be in Tar Heel Blue Carolina next year, and they have some shit to prove.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we know about when we have teams that got shit to prove. You know what? We know the outcome.
Chainsaw Max.
Yes, sir. I'm so happy, and I'm anticipating. I'm excited about this upcoming season. I kind of had a feeling, as far as an NIL, that he would be back. I'm happy that he's back, man. But I also want to keep myself in the mind frame and thought pattern that ain't nobody gonna give us no championship. And just like any other Carolina team, we gonna get everybody's best shot, especially this year.
Big target.
This year is gonna be like
big target.
This year is I think gonna be a little different than the other years, where we know we get everybody's best shot, but we are arguably returning a team this year that people are saying it ain't no way they shouldn't be in that championship game.
Yeah.
Even though that 17 team we had that won the championship, I don't think that was the same sentiment, because we lost Bryce and Marcus Page. So they're like, are they gonna turn the corner? I mean, is Joel and Theo and Kennedy going, and Isaiah Hicks gonna take them there? Which, I mean, still a team, but when they talked about it, like, oh man, they lost Page, they lost Bryce Johnson, 2 biggest parts of the team.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So even though that team, we know that team is gonna be dangerous.
So this is gonna be much like 09.
Yeah.
I think this run would be like 09, where but those guys were young, and it's gonna be much like 09, where they have molded and gelled together. Whereas a couple of years ago, we were saying or looking at it like, well, goddamn, why y'all got all these fucking stars beside y'all name?
Right.
Y'all are fucking the mystery meat.
Yeah.
Well, now they're seasoned. Now they're battle tested. So now there's no fucking reason why we should not, and I say it every episode, run through the NCAA like a chainsaw.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have some ups and downs. Obviously, it's teams.
Yeah.
It's a team. The only thing that I'm not worried about, but something to keep your eye on is with all of these guys coming back, right? All 4. is ego going to be an issue early?
Right.
I mean, come tournament time, I don't think we'll worry about it. But at what point will egos come into play? Because they are human beings,
Yeah.
they are basketball players, and
Mhm.
they are celebrated. They are highly decorated, all of them.
Yeah, you're right.
So at what point will it happen where they look at each other individually and say, "Hey, what's my time?"
Mm.
Is Caleb saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Is Baycott saying that? You know what I'm saying? Is RJ Davis saying it?
Right.
Hopefully Leaky ain't saying it. You know what I'm saying? But you feel me?
Yeah.
When because they all have separate camps.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's where Hubert comes into play. That's where whatever he does and should do needs to hopefully that don't happen because of the run we had in the tournament and it absolutely looked like, okay, look, Baycott, you got off this game, but you know what I'm saying? The next game, Baycott may not got off. Baycott was the only consistent throughout the tournament. He's gonna give you 15 and 20, 15 to 25. Manic had some good games, had some off games. Caleb had some good games, had some off games. RJ had some good games, off games. So, hopefully it remains that way. Like, listen, we need to, like, we saw what we did last year.
Okay.
We're not gonna get the same result if we don't play as a team.
This is true.
Hopefully,
this is true. I'm just putting.
But yeah, so it's championship or bust, and we're going to the league. I'm going to. There's no way Baycott come. He's not. This is it for him. This is it for Caleb. This is it for Leaky. RJ can come back if he want, but I think he wants to go to the league, and he'll be ready to go to the league.
The fact that
the bench will be a lot better too.
Yeah, right. The fact that he had to come out and say, "Yeah, I'm coming back," because I didn't expect. Like, for me personally, I'm like, "There's no way. Like, there's no way this guy leaves."
Who was that?
RJ.
Okay.
But when you look at the numbers and you look at his performance, he was one of the better point guards in the tournament.
Right.
And that's where these players make their money. So I get it.
Yeah. You build a name off the tournament. Kerwin Walton. I mean, was I surprised? Yeah. Was I? Not really, because I mean, it's a process.
Did you know about that prior to me telling you that?
No.
Okay.
But I mean, what is it? I think every college player should do it. Gives them a chance to go through the, I guess, gauntlet of NBA execs, scouts, and all the other stuff. And they tell them, hey, this is what you need to work on. But you want to play the next level.
But you know what you need to work on. He knows he needs to work on because he's not playing now.
Right. He does know. But
that man know.
Last time we had a player do that, it wasn't Sharp, because Sharp was gone. It was Tony Bradley. I think that was last, but outside of Sharp, I think Tony Bradley was the mother. And and he came back. But another close sports out, GG Jackson commits to the University of North Carolina.
Major.
Number 5 prospect for 2023.
Major. Not only did he commit, but he decided to go back to school because we didn't have any scholarships. That's major.
Motherfuckers don't understand that shit. I was talking to a nigga today. He was trying to convince me his hardest that GG was going to USC, and the only reason why he came to UNC is because Frank Martin left. I said, no. Listen, stop with the USC. The last 5-star that University of South Carolina had was, I think, Sididris. And he wasn't recruited by Duke. He wasn't recruited by North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas. He was he was staying home. Nobody else wanted him. Like, so and before that, I don't know when the last time they had a 5-star. Seven Woods flirted with the Gamecocks. Jalik Felton flirted with the Gamecocks. Zion flirted with the Gamecocks and Clemson. All these hometown boys are going to flirt with that school, with the hometown school. It's leverage. And you kind of sort of got to a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you this quick story, man. The second time I went and seen Zion play his senior in high school, the coach from Clemson was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, he was in the corner, and I asked him, I had to ask. I said, hey man, what do you think your shot is? You think you got a shot at getting him? That man looked at me, he said, not a chance, but I'm gonna keep on praying.
Yeah. I think everybody's like that. Yeah, I absolutely 100%. 100%. So yeah, is Gigi gonna go? No, he's not going to South Carolina. Why?
No, he's not.
Why? Nigga, listen. This guy is a top 5 pick, top 5, player in next year's class.
Yes,
he is going to go somewhere or want to go somewhere where he can showcase his talents. He wants to be on primetime television. You were not getting primetime television games sitting in Columbia, South Carolina. I don't care, not unless you are on the women's team, and he sure as hell can't play for the women Gamecocks.
Yeah. So, question for you: do you think the mishandle of the South Carolina basketball players plays a part in these guys leaving the state?
When you say mishandle, what do you mean?
I mean Ja Morant. He's from Columbia.
He is.
He wasn't offered.
And I think he was a 3-star too. I mean, I get it, but
I don't get it. I don't get it.
No. I mean, I get it. It don't matter because of what we're looking at right now and what he did in Murray State. But it speaks to your scouting department too. Because I mean, he was kind of under the radar, I guess.
We'll go with that. We could say he was under the radar. However,
but it's home, but it's backyard too. It's backyard. So
you mean to tell me that there is 2 or 3-star, whatever, but there are every point guard that you had at the time at your school was better than a Ja Morant?
Probably not. I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
But I think they're recruiting out of their league too. Because I mean, we didn't recruit Ja Morant, and we recruit well in South Carolina.
Yeah, we do.
Duke didn't either. But I get what you're saying. He's hometown. He's backyard.
He's
so
right there.
You supposed to offer. You supposed to get him. Just like
you think a motherfucker who got buzz in Durham is going get up out of going to leave?
No.
919 area code or 980 area code. Do you think so?
No. Did we recruit Dennis Smith Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We ended up getting 7th.
Yes, we did. But Dennis was already said, I'm going to Kentucky and I'm going to the league. He wasn't fucking with nobody at home because he knew.
Well, he went to NC State.
Yeah, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt though. So he was going to follow John Wall's footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's going to follow John Wall's footsteps.
Yeah.
Like, all right. But you can't compare it because we're talking about the Tar Heels versus the Kings.
Right. Well, yeah.
Fucking lame cops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we choose who the fuck. Hey, if we come knocking, bitch, you gonna answer. Don't give a fuck whether you want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, you gonna hear what we got to say.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even care to pull up what roster they had because I know it don't amount to whatever.
Dog shit. Probably.
I honestly don't know why they didn't give him an offer.
That's why I asked you what I asked you.
I mean, it
don't make sense.
I don't even think Frank Martin is as good as a coach as all these South Carolina niggas tell me he was or is. He's
So you feel about Frank Martin the way I feel about Tom Izzo? Because it's direct. I like Frank Martin.
I think Tom Izzo is more accomplished than Frank Martin, way more.
Yeah, well, when it comes down to the teams and the type
way
of
more
team,
decorated.
He's more decorated.
Mm-hmm.
However, has Frank Martin had the same talent as Tom Izzo?
Why not?
Has he?
No, but why not? That speaks to
I think
you as a coach too.
Well, what schools are Frank Martin coached at?
Before he was at
South Carolina.
yeah, before he was in South Carolina, he was in Miami, right? Well, not immediately. He was at Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
I know Kansas State. He had Michael Beasley.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was in Miami. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say he was at Miami at one point in time. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest Frank Martin fan.
Okay, so Kansas State. So Northeastern Huskies.
Okay.
Kansas State, and then the South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I guess I look at it from the standpoint of him taking what he has, taking lemons and turning in lemonade.
Now, when has he done that though? Outside of Kansas State with Michael Beasley and that one tournament run that the Gamecocks had, and that was the year we won the championship. That South Carolina went to the Final Four. That's the year they had Sedidrius and whoever the rest of that team was. Outside of that, they've been
mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Okay. You right.
Mike Tyson. He's still out there teaching lessons. That's all I got to say about it. He's still out there teaching lessons. I mean, listen, man. You can't. There's a couple people that I think you inherently know not to fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mike Tyson will be on that short list.
He should be.
I mean, I don't know, but well, I'm not even gonna say we're in that age because I think we've always been in that age to where you have motherfuckers out there that antagonize and get you to, like, it's a money grab.
Okay.
So I got assaulted, I got hit, whatever else. I'm about to get paid. That looks like what it was. I don't see any reason that white boy had for fucking with Mike.
He was drunk, and I hope he was. Well, I know that he had a couple of drinks. Okay. He couldn't have possibly thought it was going to be okay to, poke at Mike Tyson. Does
drunk Dre think it's okay to poke at Mike Tyson? Well, and it's hard to ask you that now because you're not drunk, but you would think,
nigga. Listen, I don't do any type of drugs, nigga. If I'm shot, but I believe, nigga, if I had heroin going through my veins, nigga, I would know not to fuck with Mike Tyson, nigga. Right?
Right.
Nigga, it's Iron Mike, boy. You crazy?
Yeah.
We better kill you.
Yeah, knock your fucking head up. Yeah.
He would kill you.
Mm-hmm. And you on a plane, and he ain't gotta go nowhere, he ain't gotta chase you. Nigga ain't gotta close no distance.
Huh?
This is just quick, short jabs all on your damn face. Like
Mike dumping on you, dog.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate, man. And from what I read, Mike told the dude to calm down. Like, all right, man, you straight. Like, all right, respect, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Scram. Basically, scram.
Right.
Privileged motherfucker.
And
that's what it looked like.
Mike's gonna end up paying a couple dollars, probably.
Yeah, I believe it.
Probably. At least a settlement.
Yeah, I believe it.
Which is sad in itself.
I believe it.
Our fellow North Carolina.
About the motherfucking money, man.
No, he ain't. Let's talk about our fellow North Carolinian real quick.
Hmm?
You know who we're talking about, Mr. Kurt.
Oh, Mario Kurt. Okay.
Yeah.
What about it?
So I think we woke up Sunday morning, and there's a video out of him fighting one of his artists.
Wisdom.
Yeah. And then shortly after that,
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Rolling fucking Stone.
There's videos out of the Walmart incident.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay. I put this on my shit because I honestly don't believe this is the first time. This is uncovered new video footage that the police and Walmart has never seen.
It's the same shit.
Absolutely.
It's the same shit. It's creating a narrative. It's kicking a dog when they're quote unquote down or when the target's on their back. Bottom line up front, I don't give a shit how you put it or place it, because even after the Rolling Stone made that report or whatever, I've seen shit over the past couple of days that shows like, hey, like the motherfucker that he put down did have a
yeah, they said he had a gun. He dropped it. Yeah. You know, there's a stand your ground law in North Carolina.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. I looked it up because someone said something about that. And I guess that's how DaBaby got off, because he might have felt he was in danger because there was a gun present. He saw a gun.
Yeah.
So if he felt like he could potentially get shot or he was gonna pull it on him, okay, I'm gonna shoot you first.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Not at all.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Very.
But yeah.
Very.
So I guess that may be why he was exonerated, or there was no charges, you know, back in, what was it, 17, 18 when this happened. So yeah. The only thing I gotta say about it, man, is and so honestly, I'm tired of DaBaby. For just the reasons of, it seems like he is a trouble magnet. I don't know if it's just him or he just is the one guy that always finds trouble. But you have to think at some point in time, like, so, you know, you my man.
Right.
If every time I turn around, you in some shit.
Okay.
You always throwing hands, you fighting. Okay. It's an argument here, it's argument. And I'm like, damn, Jay, like, what's going on? Like, my nigga, every time, like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta think at some point in time, you are playing a part in this.
Yeah, what's
like,
my
it has
part
to
in
be.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's been this way for the better part of what, a year, 2 years now, maybe longer.
Right.
So, I mean, it's hard to tell this man to sit down, you know, with the status that he's at and the money he's making and all this other shit. But you got to think a lot of this shit is probably hurting at the same time too. Because he was almost canceled, wasn't he? Well, he was canceled, right?
Baby?
Yeah, for the the LGBTQ community. And he had to come out and make the public apologies and do some other shit. So yeah, he was canceled.
Yeah, that was short-lived though.
Yeah. Well, we know why. Because he had to kiss a whole lot of corporate ass, a whole lot of LGBTQ ass and everything else. Had he not done that.
But he was wrong in that. He was wrong.
You're absolutely right.
He was wrong.
You're absolutely right.
He was wrong.
So I don't know. I would love for him to get to a point to where his name is not out there like that. Every time you turn around, it's not some kind of physical altercation going on. We coming off the gun shit and I mean, that had nothing to do with him because he shot somebody on his property. Right. But then that's coming off the heels of the fight in the bowling alley with old girl's brother.
Right.
You know, and then that's coming off the heels of him and old girl on social media going back and forth about whatever. So I mean, it's just a whole lot of shit, dog. And you just like, damn, like my nigga, like you're supposed to be getting that money and making this music.
And yeah, just chilling, but
it's hard to tell a young man that.
Yeah, if it's in you, not on you, man.
Yeah, that too. They say that for a lot of niggas, you can take them off the streets, but you really can't take the streets out of them. So that life, I mean,
I don't know if like I said, I could sit here and say that if I was in a type of predicament that he was in, or type of situation that he's in, or some of these other guys that are in, like if I could turn the other cheek when this, that, and the third is happening, or whatever the case may be. But honestly, Reggie, I don't know if I could, bro, because I'm still a man first.
You're right. That turn the cheek.
And I got
shit
kids.
Is hard.
Yeah, and I got kids, and I got to answer for that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, on one hand, you think, well, your job is to take care of your family and all this stuff. But we men, man, we built different.
Well, for what you do right now, I think you might have a different mindset because right now, you know that a lot of shit that can happen if you was to react a certain way is going to affect.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever, yeah.
Well, in my position now,
Mm-hmm.
of course, because I'm at the end of the road as far as retirement goes.
Right.
Yeah, so I would think twice about that. But if I'm DaBaby and I got
the world at the palm of your hands, damn near.
What we hope is millions and millions put up.
Everywhere you go, you got women at your disposal. Like you,
taking
like,
shit off nobody.
Right, absolutely.
Ain't even fuck the women.
And you have quote unquote, I guess, reputation motherfuckers looking at you like, hey, he ain't the one to like really fuck with, like, you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
You got any? You want to do a Pusha T review real quick?
You know what? I ran through it one time, man. I'm gonna be honest.
I already know it. Just by you saying that. Okay,
I ran through it one time. Honestly, there's to me, and maybe I'll give it. I have to give it more airplay. But there's maybe 2 or 3 songs that stick out to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I like Push.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I like Push. I give Push the credit for honestly being the original artist as far as trap music goes.
Okay.
And people don't, because that grinding shit came out well before, and was mainstream well before.
A lot of the shit. All of the shit.
All of them. Mm-hmm. All of the guys that are the trappers of the year.
Right.
And
you're right.
Grinding, and people don't understand it. If you don't understand, go back and listen to the song Grinding, and you'll and listen to what they're talking about, and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
With the clips. We're talking about, even though they had, little girls, doing a little cheers or whatever the case may be, they talk about crack though.
Yeah.
Whole song.
Coke rap. Yeah.
Coke. Yeah. Chicken talk.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Anyway, getting off subject. Seriously, I just think my homies back home, they're saying, it's a masterpiece, this and the third. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't hear it. It didn't jump off the fucking out of the speaker. And
a masterpiece.
Yeah. But there again, when I talk to them about Conway and the shit that he says, they're like, So I guess it's all about what you like. I'm gonna give the album a meh.
Okay. I'm with you. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't love it. I don't dislike it.
Okay.
But I don't love it.
Okay.
A lot of the beats I just I'm like, I know I expect more from Pharrell and Kanye.
Okay.
On a lot of these beats. They just didn't. I mean, the raps are there for me. But at a time, I know who Pusha is and what he do, and I know what you're gonna get from him. You're gonna get consistency in what he talk about and what he do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I've never fully loved or complete Pusha T album, because I just okay, you talked about Coke from song 1 to the end. So but you just didn't give me enough variety, and that's just for me, even though I like Pusha. But these, I didn't love this album. The beats, I was left wanting more, underwhelmed. It just wasn't, when you say Pharrell produced, half and Kanye produced the other half, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be some heat. This is gonna be a solid album from top to bottom, and it just wasn't that to me.
I agree.
It's crazy. It's funny that you would say like your niggas back home say masterpiece, man. Wow.
Seriously, only a couple.
Is that a top 5 album this year for you?
It's not better than China Talk 4.
No.
It's not better than Conway's.
No. Is it better than Russ?
It's Fuck no, it's
No.
not better than Russ.
No. But we have is it better than the Styles and Habit too?
Nope.
And that's this year, right? I think it is. Styles and Habit this year.
I think so.
There's some more I could rattle. Couple Spitter, his album this year. You know what album niggas is got in their top 5 this year right now too? That Big Crit shit. Oh my God.
I can't agree.
No, fuck no. Are you shitting me?
I can't agree.
No.
I can't agree. I can't sign on.
Oh my God.
I can't sign on to that.
Big Crit let me down with that album. No, I love Big Crit.
Me too.
I love him.
Me too.
Oh my God.
Me too.
He let me down with that shit.
Me too.
It hurts me to talk about that. I don't know what he was going for on that album.
I'll be honest with you. I listen to Akeem Ali more than I listen to Pusha T's album.
Okay. So
shout out to Mississippi.
Moving right along, man. I got a good friend, right?
All right.
I'm not gonna say no names.
Yeah, I saw the name.
Okay.
I saw
okay, all right. Oh yeah, it is up there.
I saw the name.
Wow.
And
if he's listening, he'll probably
he'll pick up on it.
Yeah, he'll know because what I'm gonna say. So he made a post on Facebook. He said, I know it's only our second date, but I really want to post her name on my Facebook and some shit like that. Oh, hold on. Let's be factual.
Yeah.
Let's be factual because I mean, if we're gonna talk about it, we can be factual and get a context. He says, I went on a second date. I really like this girl. I want to share her, but she's moving slow. Okay. So he wants to post her on the social media.
Yeah.
They only went on the second date. This is only the second date.
Okay.
It hurts me because I know this guy. You know what I'm saying? You know too. But I know this guy, since I was like young pup. You know what I'm saying? I knew the quality of the motherfucker he fucking with. We was in Miami and all this other shit. So but just to see him like this, and I'm like, and they say karma is a bad motherfucker because when that shit come back around. So once at a point in time you might be the prize, and then later on you chasing the prize or whatever else, and you the motherfucker that's humbled and on your knees, and you posting shit like this, like I know it's only a second date, but I just never would expect. I wouldn't expect that from you, even though I know you don't get down on social media like that. But just to be at a point to where you on a second date, like my nigga, I love this motherfucker. Like I'm ready to I need to let the world know. Now let's just like cash doll or somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But so that in itself. But then I started thinking like, I was like, wow, for a lot of us men, and it's not like a game or anything, but we kind of excel off of having that, I guess, quote unquote, upper hand to where, and even like a lot of women too, in that sense, like, okay, I'm not going to tip my hand. Like, I still want to, like, it's a second date. I'm not going to let this motherfucker know he got it like that.
Okay.
Or I'm not going to let, she might say that about him. He might say, like, I'm not going to let them know they got it like that. Like, yeah, I'm feeling this motherfucker, but like, I ain't letting you in, like, to let you know, like, if this motherfucker say, hey, look, you can come over and I need you to cook some breakfast in the morning. Like, I'm over there in the apron naked. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's like one of the main first things I thought of. I'm like, like, that ain't like, for me, that's not what you do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think that leaves you so vulnerable too.
Well, I think, so knowing the person that this is about, and just knowing a little bit I do know about, partner, I do know that, partner have been through some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Karma is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, and I know that when I met partner was going through some things.
Yeah.
Right. So the same dude that I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the guy that was up in the clouds. I don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I met partner was low. He was hurt.
Yeah.
He was hurt. He
got kicked in the dick.
Yeah, he was hurt. He was hurt. So I'm not surprised. People are in different spaces within their life, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think based on, I can't speak for him, but all I could do is try to put myself in his position, and maybe I think maybe he's just tired of I don't even think he's the type of guy as of late since I've known him to be running around. I think
no.
Yeah, right. So whatever he went through, I think it whipped him to the point where he's trying to sniff out that good thing.
True. I can go with that.
And that's the way it seems to me. No, me personally, I'm not putting myself in that type of predicament, even if I feel like that, like you just said.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit. But I hope that it works out for him.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I pray to, because he's a good dude.
Yeah. And so the crazy thing is, and that you say that he's a good dude. I did comment. I said, I was like, bro, you good? Like, what the fuck going on over there? And at the same time, I was thinking to myself, like, you just, like I said, I'm not a believer in leaving myself vulnerable like that, especially on a second date. Like, I can let you in, this woman in, because I don't have no walls up like that. Like, but there's a point in time to where, okay, I'm letting you in, you know more and more. But this second date, like, nah, you ain't going to, like, you're gonna be lucky to be on my, like, any social media 6 months, a year in, let alone a second date. But so he had came back and said something like he had commented somebody. She's also my friend on social media. So she'll probably see this. We'll see how she feel about it. Then, a couple hours later, I got a notification. He said something like, well, that didn't go too well. She didn't like that post. I was like, yikes. And then that shit was deleted. And then, I woke up the next morning, get up, brush my teeth, get a little, bottle of water. I'm chilling, looking at social media. I see he posted, I actually tried. Oh, well, I am a good guy. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on, my nigga? Hit him up, but I ain't get no response. I mean, everybody going through some things. He's going through a lot of things. Nah, not really. He's still posting shit, but I know how to get. But yeah, I just, I don't know. I felt like, thinking about this, and when we talk about it, bringing it up, it's just that vulnerability aspect of, far as in us men and women, how we tend to do things like that. We do have people that, I guess social media, they don't care. Like me, me and you, we not big, put every, outside of me, if I ain't promoting friends, it's my babies and stuff on my social media.
Right.
That's it. But yeah, just to second date, I got it. Nah.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting none of that shit on there, bro.
And I just don't believe in tip of my hand either like that. Like I'm like, is that a control issue? Like,
no,
as far as you feel like you always got to be in control of the narrative, like I'm not letting this motherfucker know.
It could be, or it could be a defense mechanism. Like at the end of the day,
Very
bro,
true.
like you don't want a motherfucker to have one up on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Until it's proven. Like I said, I cracked a joke last week about us both failing at marriage because we both have.
Mm-hmm.
So with that comes a shield, if you will, when it boils down to the attention that you give somebody, or the power that you give somebody, or again, the vulnerability that you have that you give to someone.
Yeah.
Period, bro.
You're right. Absolutely.
So,
I'm with you.
And guess what? Sorry, not sorry, motherfucker.
Yeah. So I sent you this clip, and I guess it was more or less the woman, and I'll add it in here right here. We're gonna pause for dramatic effect and all that good shit.
Men will sleep with just about anything.
That's true.
And especially if it's private or secret and no one has to know.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen women who are 5s,
Yeah.
but they're sleeping with a dude who's a 9.
Yeah.
She's got these ridiculous standards because she actually thinks this means that a man on that level would be with her. But he would never be with her. He's just using her for sex. But she thinks because her vagina has given her access to these men here, that this is the new standard.
But so it was a woman. Basically, she was like saying a lot of women use that thing to get what they want, and it could be a nigga that really got money, a superstar, somebody that's of a certain status, and now she looks at herself as to these other niggas I've been fucking with. No, they don't cut the mustard. Like my status is. So let's just say, and I'll use her words. She said, I've seen women that were like a 3 or 4,
She said 5.
maybe a 5, yeah. And we'll say, let's say she used that thing, got some dick from Drake.
No, okay. What she said was,
but a 9. She said a 9.
Yeah.
A man that's a 9.
Okay.
So whether we want to call Drake a 9 or 9 or 10.
No.
Yeah.
So basically, what she's saying is that once she gets that 8 or 9, that woman gets that 8 or 9, that she is upper echelon, basically, right?
And anybody below that don't got nothing to say to her about it.
Well, I think it's a personal preference, man. I think if you're gonna set yourself on that pedestal, right? If you're gonna set yourself on that pedestal, then understand what comes with that, right? Because everybody, just because you struck while the iron was hot, and you lucked up or whatever the case may be, don't mean that you're gonna always luck up.
Yeah. Is that overvaluing yourself?
Overvaluing?
Yeah.
I can't say overvaluing, man, because at the end of the day, you feel the way you feel about yourself. It's about self-esteem, right? So how you feel about yourself is, I can't narrate how you feel about yourself. I can't do it.
Okay.
If you're basing it off of your past experiences, but guess what? If you had a high profile dude or high profile woman, and that's what you're rocking with, Okay. It's not up to me to humble you, but somebody.
You're absolutely right. Somebody. Ass. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So now that you said that, I guess I was gonna say, but is there or should there be a level or a sense of realism? Because everybody in the NBA don't think they're a LeBron James type player.
Because they're not.
You're absolutely right.
It's a good question, man.
You might think you're a bad motherfucker.
I know I'm a bad motherfucker.
But there could always be another motherfucker that's bad or badder. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like the LeBron James thing. Like, so
I think it's all based on how you view yourself, man. Again, how you view yourself. I think one man's trash is another man's treasure, right?
Yes, sir.
One man's 5 is another man's 10.
You are absolutely right.
Right.
Now that we talk about that, so we've been deployed and all this other shit, right?
Ooh.
And you may have seen some diamonds in the rough that nobody gave a fuck about. You was like, you know what? That motherfucker got potential right there.
Okay.
Nobody was thinking about this motherfucker.
Okay.
Till they saw you say something to her.
Okay.
Or till they saw y'all around each other a couple times.
Okay.
Next thing you know, she got motherfuckers in the DMs.
Yeah.
Hey, such and such said, asked me was me and you fucking around. What you like? You ask about me for? Or nigga might say something like, "Oh, some dirt on your name" or some shit, and she telling you like, you know what I'm saying? You've been through it, especially deployed. Like, I was a master of finding the motherfucker that just nobody was checking for. I'm like, motherfucker, I ain't right here. Like, hold the nigga down too. Next thing I know, it's like the damn property value went up. But
yeah,
it's just like, I don't know, man. I mean, I it goes in, I guess, the same boat when you think about it. But I do well, to go back to her original statement, you know, as far as in women using that, you know, I guess to get what they want, because I think she started by saying men will fuck anything, which I hate that. I hate that saying. I hate that narrative because I've had plenty of chances to fuck anything, and I haven't fucked anything. I mean, I don't get me wrong.
You done ate some hot dogs.
Yes, sir. But it's been some motherfuckers that I have not and would not touch. That, I mean, was throwing that motherfucker like Nolan Ryan.
Yeah,
throwing
that fun
cheddar.
cheddar.
Yeah, like oh honey, Chantel. Yeah, I mean, throwing the Ephus ball and shit.
Yeah.
That motherfucker come at you every way. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I disagree with that. But I mean, for the most part, yes.
It's a true statement for the most part.
Yes, for the most part, it is a true statement.
All right.
And I mean, I think even we've looked at, you know, that circumstance, situation, and said that about women. Like, come on now, like, you ain't that tough.
Yeah, of course.
To where, but
of course.
But I mean, like you said, you can't. I mean, is however you feel about yourself.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, dog. That's a tough one because at the end of the day, your taste is not my taste, and my taste isn't yours. So, you know, what I might think is a 7, you might think is a 3 or a 4. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You know what I mean?
All right.
So, somebody for everybody. That's what they say.
You're right. You know, we had an interesting conversation with no names again.
Okay.
And he had mentioned something about staying in a relationship that he's unhappy in.
Okay.
And it was some things he said that just bothered me a whole lot. And while at my age, I've done the marriage thing, I've done the relationship thing where I've been, you know, with motherfuckers, you know, multiple years, we lived together, all of the shit.
Okay.
At my age now, I can't see myself being anywhere that I'm unhappy. And there were, you know, a whole bunch of other things, you know, I gotta cook, I gotta clean, she don't do none of that shit. And that ain't a woman's job or duties.
I just caught on to
okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that ain't a woman's job or duties, but you know, when motherfuckers say some shit like that and say, I gotta do everything, you know, I'm basically here for the kids. I'm unhappy.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I just like, So at what point do you realize that you're unhappy? And then at what point is enough?
Well, I don't know if there's a okay, never mind. So what I won't say what I was gonna say. I think intuition, I think gut feeling, you know, I mean, those are one and the same, will tell you when you're unhappy, right?
Okay.
Right. You'll know when you're unhappy. It's just a matter of your priorities and what you're willing to do, or what you're willing to put up with, and what you're not willing to put up with. When there's kids involved, that plays a major part in it for some people, right? Some people understand that if I'm not happy, then ultimately in the long run, it's a sprint versus a marathon. It's a marathon versus a sprint, and I won't be happy, or my kid won't be happy if I'm not happy. Some people think that way.
Right.
Some people think that, hey, I gotta put up with the dog shit, with the bullshit for the sake of my kids. I'm not saying either one of them are right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a matter of what you are willing to deal with. Personally, I'm not in a state, or I'm not in a place where to be unhappy, man. Right? Because I've been in situations where I've been unhappy. I've been in situations where, you know, uh, on the outside things look crazy, look great, but on the inside, I was in prison.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? I've been in those type of situations,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
Poker
something
face.
crazy, poker face,
Gotcha.
and that's something that I'm not willing to deal with anymore.
Oh, as a man,
Yeah.
Since you've been in that situation, have you talked about your unhappiness? Have you let that be known, or you just said, was you like, fuck it, I'm going to deal with this myself and figure out how to work through this shit?
That's the one thing that I did not do. I never spoke on being unhappy. I never did. That's the biggest regret.
Okay.
In any relationship that I've been in.
Okay.
That's the biggest regret that I've ever had, saying or not saying that I was unhappy when I was, and not giving said woman the opportunity to fix whatever it is that made me unhappy.
Okay.
I'll be honest about that.
Okay.
I've never done it.
I've done it.
Yeah.
At the wrong times.
Tell me more. What do you mean?
So naturally, okay, I haven't said nothing about it. Then speak on it, because I'm going to work out. I'm going to work through it, work this out myself. But then when ultimately it's hard to make somebody happy when you're unhappy. You can try, but it's going to show, like your effort and all this other shit is not going to be the same as it would be if you was completely happy, right? So when that person expressed their unhappiness, then, I guess, for lack of better words or whatever, say, well, I'm unhappy too about blah, blah, blah. And that ain't the right time to bring that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like the saying, like, well, nigga, why ain't you say that shit 3-4 months ago? Like, why am I just not hearing about it?
Yeah. Okay.
So, you arguing and some shit happened, 2 months ago, and you never said nothing about it. You just holding it in. It's festering. Then you get an argument. Well, motherfucker, you did da 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 da. Well, nigga, why are we talking about 3 months ago? And we talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the wrong time. Yeah, definitely. I hope you looking at this shit. Look at this shit. Ben Simmons, not Ben Simmons, but Aaron Gordon dunked on that motherfucker, then dropped down over him. I don't know why he got a techno. But yeah, so that, when I say the wrong time, that's the wrong time that I actually, I guess would say something about it or bring it up. I would like to think that's different now at this age, because like I said, I'm not staying anywhere. I'm not happy. I'm not. I'm less reluctant these days to put up with anything that I just that ain't conducive to my, I guess, sanity, my feelings, how I feel, or whatever else. I'm not arguing, going back and forth, disagreement, all that other shit. I might do it for a little bit, but once I'm like, you know what, we ain't gotta argue about this shit. I'm good. That's it for me. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. You ain't gotta worry about us. Like, And for some reason, everybody wants to keep going. Like, well, that I deal with. Like, they want to. No, you don't talk. I'm like, no, nigga, when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about shit no more.
Okay. You don't want to hear nothing.
No.
That's it.
It's finito.
Okay.
It's over.
Okay. I'm with you on that. Okay, I understand.
I give it a little bit of energy.
Okay.
But once that shit is like it's
curtain calls.
Yeah.
All right.
Once it's up, it's up.
All right.
Not arguing with you.
All right.
At all. Co-parenting.
All right.
We was listening to this. I think this was 2-3 weeks ago. This little segment on Joe Budden's podcast.
Yeah.
This guy had wrote in, and he was basically asking them, how does he, how should he handle the situation to where him and his lady had certain, I guess, arrangements or agreements as far as how they were co-parenting. Well, not even that. They were co-parenting a certain way. They had a certain type of relationship.
Right.
A new man was in the picture now with her.
Right.
And he felt like she switched up on him or shit changed. My initial thoughts, and I still feel this way to a sense, it might not necessarily be the man that changed that shit. It could have been her saying, you know what? I got a new man.
Right.
Shit got to change between us, and she didn't necessarily tell him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I can see myself in that situation. Like if I'm just cool as fuck with my baby mom, and when we get together, I go over see the daughter, to pick her up. She might, hey, come in, have a drink. See that was thoughtful.
Yeah.
Nice hug or whatever else. That shit might switch up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on the same like. So that was my initial thoughts, but to the major subject at hand, just the dynamic of co-parenting and the energy or whatever shifts up once a new person, whether it be you dating somebody, me dating somebody, or the baby mom dating somebody.
Okay.
How do we look at that and deal with it in the same certain sense?
So this is what I think. I think when two people, when they separate, right? When they separate, and this is the right thing to do. When they separate, I think boundaries need to be set, and I think you need to uphold those boundaries. And I think that for the sake of your kid, I think those boundaries need to be set early. And I'm talking about shared experience. And if they're not, you have situations like what the young man was saying on the Joe Budden podcast. Okay. Where, he's sick, he's fucked up, but he didn't say it. But, that man was sick because the dynamic that he had between him, his kid, and his baby mother changed when a new man was brought in. So
you think he missed that thing?
I don't think it had nothing to do. I mean, he probably does. However, based on what he was saying, the type of things that he was saying, he's a man, so he probably do miss it. Yeah. However, it's probably a little shot at his pride because it goes against what his norm was. And that's why I agree with what Joe Budden said to a certain degree.
Okay, I want to hear this one. Yeah.
Right. So, granted, what the guy was saying was basically like, hey, what she was going through as far as a new acquaintance, a new man, he already went through it. So he already had the opportunities to take the punches or whatever. And maybe we don't even know whether or not he let her know that, hey, is a new woman in my life. Okay. Maybe he didn't switch up. Maybe he felt like he didn't have to. Okay. But as far as that woman goes and how emotionally, how she's wired emotional, maybe she felt like she had to give that man a chance. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So we don't know because men and women are wired different.
Yeah.
So he probably could have held it in the road, and made sure shit wasn't different, and made sure that he understood what his BM needed and his potential girlfriend needed.
Right.
And he might have been able to juggle that with his kid. Women aren't like that.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right. For the most part.
For the most part.
Because some are just
yeah.
Can only they only gonna focus on one man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They might not necessarily be able to juggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just about the build up and the makeup of who that woman is. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So I mean, I fell for the man because he felt like what he had was a perfect setup or a perfect picture for what he saw for himself, his seed, his being.
Right.
But at the end of the day, she still is a woman. She still wants to be taken care of.
You're right. Yeah.
And if you're not taking care of her, then guess what?
Somebody else is. Absolutely.
There we go.
So they said something to the effect of the woman is always going to control the narrative.
I mean, if they have control of the woman,
as far as in how so and we'll use you and your baby mom for example. Just for this, so the woman, they said the woman is always going to control the narrative or of how, I guess, your relationship goes. She's going to be the dictator of that.
How my relationship goes with who?
With her, as far as in what's allowed, what's not allowed, all this other shit. She can change. So if for instance, if she set the rules saying, okay, this is how we're going to handle this co-parenting thing. I'm not going to have men around. You're not going to have women around. And you're like, okay, cool. All right. If that's how you want to do it. We can rock like that, whatever else. If she decides to come back 2 weeks later and like, you know what? I know I said this, but blah, 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 blah. But if you was to say, you know what? I know we agreed on pulling this, but this is not how we're gonna do it. So that's what I got from that part of the that statement or what they were saying. Like the woman is going to control the narrative or always be the one that makes the sets the standards and the boundaries.
I mean, unfortunately, that's usually how it is because women are nurturers, and a lot of times, you have men out here that aren't, when it comes down to custody, right? We'll go with custody.
Yeah.
With custody comes power.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
with custody comes power, right? So most women have custody over the children, right? And that could be from a variety of different reasons. We both know that a lot of the times that the court system, the justice system, will side with the mother in a lot of cases.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Agreed.
You're 100% right.
Right. So with that comes unspoken rights. You know what I mean?
Does that include dictating your relationship with other women? No,
it should not. It should not. But at the end of the day, most men think twice about that. Because,
you're absolutely right.
Because the reality of it is a woman is not going to give a most and a lot of times. I gotta be quicker than that. in a lot of cases, a woman is not going to give a shit about your feelings when it comes down to her happiness. When they're chasing happiness
outside of you, when it comes to another entity.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. But they expect for you to give a shit about their feelings.
So should they be able to dictate
They shouldn't be able to.
Who you have
They should
around
not.
you and your child, and you
not.
can't do the same on the other end?
Should not. It should not happen that way. It should not happen that way. But society allows that to happen, brother.
You know, I've dealt with that a couple times.
I've dealt with that shit.
A couple times. Like I went through, you know, me and my oldest daughter, me and her mother are in a great place right now. But I've had to deal with the I don't want you know, I had this one specific incident. I was dating this lady. We had been dating for about 2 years, 2.5 years. I had duty, and you know, I told, you know, I was on the phone with her talking to her. I was like, hey, you know, just make sure Passion on her bedtime is that blah 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 blah. She need to, you know, be in bed. Okay, all right. Passion just so happened to be on the phone at the time talking to her mom, and she was like, hey, your dad said XYZ bedtime, make sure you know you have your stuff to get, you know, together, and you know you're in bed by your bedtime. Nigga, not even 5 minutes later, I had a motherfucker. She was on my phone. What? I can't believe you got that bitch in there telling my daughter what to do. Da, 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 da. I'm like, what? I've dealt with it.
Yeah,
plenty of times.
Yeah,
and it's just
it also.
Even, you know, but you know, I've never felt the need to lay no ground rules down and say, hey, don't have this type of nigga, don't have this type of nigga, don't have XYZ. That nigga that you used to fuck with, don't have him around my daughter. Because
yeah, me neither.
I want you to give me the same common courtesy to think that my judgment is better than what you don't think it is by you trying to tell me who not to have around my child.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna put my child in a situation or predicament that is not conducive to anything that I want for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Right.
And I just don't understand that aspect, you know, to where we feel like
we as a human
that can be dictated, or even as a man, that can be dictated to you, but you can't if you want to do the same thing, you can't. You don't have no say so or no right to tell me who the fuck I can have around my child.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're looking at it from the other side of the fence. I get what you're saying. Yeah. No, it should be equal playing field. It should be an equal playing field. It should be 100%. In a lot of cases, it's not. But I think when it boils down to it, it's up to if we had to look at you know, if we had to weigh, I think it's up to men who are mostly in that situation to ultimately put their foot down, but be smart and be strategic in how you move, but yet still make sure that you're not kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, because it can fuck up the whole after that. Yeah. You say one thing, like it can mess up the whole thing. Well, guess what? You ain't gotta wear. We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna. You know what? We'll leave that alone. We're not gonna. We're not gonna do that.
Let's let that one ride.
What was I gonna say? So and we can close that one out. Real quick, I'll ask you this. How much of it do you feel you need to be a part of or be into, as far as in who and this is any one of your baby mothers,
okay,
who they're dating when it comes in the regard of, okay, this person is going to be around my child? How much of it do you need it? Like, are you really invested or interested in?
I'm not as long as my feelings aren't involved with, as long as I don't have feelings for that woman.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't invest any type of time in who it is that they are dealing with, as far as with them. Now there, you know, my kids are involved, I have to trust
the mother's judgment.
Yeah, I have to. I'm supposed to. I don't have to. I'm supposed to, based on their character.
Right. Because you know who you fuck with.
Yeah, I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to trust their judgment, right? And that's what I'm gonna do until otherwise. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think, you know, when it boils down to my daughter is smart enough to let me know, like, hey, you know, if some shit was going left, you know, she gonna tell me with daddy, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
You know what I mean, my son's still young, right? He's 2, right? So, but we will get to that point. You know, all I can do is for the time being. I mean, I don't have eyes in the sky. I can't be 2 places at one time. Right. So all I can do is let my children know that if you are being mistreated by anybody, mom or the next nigga, that you come tell me first.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's what I'm continually working on. That's all I can work on. That's what I have. That's the leg that I have to stand on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, you can drive yourself crazy doing that shit too, over investing yourself and trying to figure out 100%. who XYZ is fucking with, who they have, who came over, all this other shit.
100%.
And it can also dip into your life too, because you're not putting energy into other areas that it need to be put into, whether it be a woman or whatever else, because you worried about who your ex is fucking with and what they're doing, what's their background, are they, you know, mistreating your child, you know, and I think the best policy is always be cautious, but once nothing happens until you hear about it.
Correct.
So if you don't hear about it, you don't know what's going on. I mean, you can't really say anything's going on, especially if you don't have no proof. Or you can just be that nigga that's like, you know what, I don't like the way that nigga look. I don't like the way you got around my child. Or for the woman, I don't like her. No, she came to the car and she ain't speak. Oh my God. Anyway, let's talk about some unapologetic truths.
All right. All right.
Oh man. You know, that co-parenting talk can get tricky, man.
Yeah, it can, man.
And
it can.
It can get you in trouble too.
Yeah, it can get you in trouble.
It can get you in trouble.
If you're not willing to stand on what the fuck you say and what the fuck you do, that's when it can get you in trouble. Feel me?
It can. But I mean, like we just said, when there's boundaries set, and then you're changing the narrative and those boundaries.
Yeah, that shit'll fuck you up. That shit will hurt you, right? But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I listened to it, but I had to listen to it twice.
Okay.
Because what dude was saying, I felt him. But I had to dissect it and think about what Joe was saying. And Joe had some valid points.
Very.
What is supposed to happen versus what is reality.
Right.
Buddy was talking from a standpoint of what's supposed to happen.
It should go this way.
Yeah. Joe was talking off of, hey, let's talk about the life that we're living. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about
what is actually fair.
Yeah. And what's fair.
Yeah.
And what's fair.
Because fair don't work. Fair is some shit you go to. We got horses and
fuckers.
So right or wrong. Yeah, so when it comes to fair, like you don't expect you want shit to go fair, but you already understand that it's gonna happen like this because this is just
facts.
The way the world goes in society and how it's viewed and all this other shit. So guess what? I gotta
bite the bullet,
take it to the face, whatever word or analogy you want to be like, But something else he did say, Joe, he said, like you said, he said, y'all got divorced. She chose to live her life, run the streets, do whatever else. You took the other route. You settled down, you blah, 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 blah. So now she is now with the guy that she's interested in or serious with, and she wants to. So then, I guess, the goalposts move on how y'all interact with each other, which I guess for the most part, I guess that's I guess standard. I would expect that. Because I think, whatever type of relationship I have with my baby mom, if it's like we cool as fuck and we always link up, when I go over there, she might like, hey, you want to drink? We joke, we, whatever shit. Or she might even like now my baby mom, she'll text me and she'll send me a song off a playlist that we used to listen to, back in 04, 05, 06, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want that.
But once a woman is in the picture and we serious, no, we can't do that.
I don't want none of that.
That shit. Like, like, yeah, like, but you know what I'm saying? But you can't do that once there's another, a woman, and like, imagine you waking up and, your lady phone going off and, it's her baby father and he didn't send her some Tyrese, lately or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, what the fuck going on? Oh, no, it's just a song like we used to listen to, we used to duet or some shit. Like, why the fuck you send it to you? So yeah, the dynamic changed. Like, and I would expect my baby mom to, okay, give the woman I'm with enough respect to be like, okay, I gotta back up. Even though, she might think like, damn, this nigga changed. I can't send him no music no more. Like, I ain't trying to fuck him or nothing. True indeed. Yeah. But guess what? My woman said she the only woman sending me music. Some R&B shit anyway. Like, it just ain't happening. But oh, okay. Let's go with this.
All right. 3
non-physical features in a woman that attract you.
Non-physical features. Attention to detail.
Okay. How rare is that? I like it though.
Yeah. Attention to detail. Oh shit. Optimism. Okay. And being submissive.
That's a big one.
Yes, huge.
Sheesh.
It's huge.
Sheesh.
It's huge.
Whew. Well, today's woman,
Fucking unicorn, man. Fucking unicorn.
Today's woman be like, oh,
nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
A listener.
Okay.
Communicator.
Okay.
And nurturer.
Okay. Okay.
Listener, communicator, nurturer.
I like those.
3 physical features. 3 physical features.
Oh man. Okay.
Don't have to be in any particular order. I love lips. Lips, pretty feet, and lips, pretty feet.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Oh man, I don't know. The third one's tough. Physical feature: lips, pretty feet. I don't know, though. I have to think about that one.
All right. Physical features. I'll go with lips also.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with skin. Right. Soft skin.
Okay.
I mean soft. Soft fucking skin. Because I mean, I got soft hands, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, like, I'm not trying to rub on the motherfucking alligator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And hair for sure.
Okay.
Sorry, ladies. I am not a big fan of the lace fronts. I'm just not.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
What about with the little swoops and baby hair? They like it just ain't got that Planet of the Apes look. With what I'm saying, that fine line.
I can fuck with the baby hair, man.
Okay.
It just
me too. That's just
as long as it's not like it's got like a little crust on the shit.
Okay, yeah. The gel and shit, dried up gel. Yeah. That shit grown on me. That baby hair, that shit grown. But definitely, the dried up gel and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't with that shit.
Yeah, I can't. No,
it's over that.
No. Damn, I did not come up with a third. I said lips, pretty feet. Physical feature. I like nipple prints.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Especially if they pierced. I like the clit piercing too, though. I like both of them.
Both are
I'm
cool.
a fan.
Yeah, they're both cool.
Yeah. Last one. Let me see. Oh, okay. If you won the lottery, what wouldn't change about you?
The one thing that would not would not change about me if I won the lottery, you ain't gonna talk to me crazy.
Oh fuck no! Yeah, hell no.
Yeah, you ain't gonna talk to me. You ain't finna.
So that's the one thing that wouldn't change about you.
Yeah, like you ain't gonna. I'll go with that, but let me go further. I'll say my day ones. I wouldn't necessarily cancel my day ones.
That's why
I wouldn't cancel my day ones, bro.
That's why I was
saying, because I know they struggle, just like they know my struggles and what they were once upon a time. So for me to just be like, I'm up and look like I'm up at the top of the hill and looking down on this shit. Like I
don't come around no more like you.
Yeah, like I it's no way I could do that.
Yeah. So that was going to be mine. I was definitely going to say the ones that I fucked with before is not going to change. They ain't going to be like, oh, like you said, I'm up. I got new niggas now. I'm in this different, category or bracket or whatever else. So yeah, it's over for you niggas. I think that would be the main thing that's not going change about me. And I guess we can say that's the people I care about. Because I'm pretty sure we know plenty of motherfuckers that got up and they forgot everything prior to they forgot everything prior to the before the struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's one more in here, man. Would you rather know your future or forget your past? If you had to choose one.
Know my future, no question.
Okay.
No question. No question. Your past is what makes you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. But so if you forgot that past, do you particularly know who you are?
Nope.
So you have to rely on molding yourself into who you want to be, knowing your future.
You gotta mold yourself. No, you gotta mold yourself on where you're going based off your past and experiences.
But if you don't know the past, you can't base it off it. You can't base yourself. You can't base it though, right?
Right. That's why I picked knowing your future versus forgetting your past.
Okay.
Because your past is what molds you. Your experiences is what molds you. The ass kickers you took is what molded you into who you are. Knowing your future, like, okay, if you know what's coming in your future, then you can do what the fuck you want to do and act a whole donkey, but you know what's coming.
But if you forget your past, then you don't necessarily know who you are anymore. It's kind of like you got to reinvent yourself.
I want to know who the fuck I am, though. That's what I'm saying. For me, I want to know. Who
so you want to know the past versus the future? Okay, I thought you said you would rather know the future.
No, I want to know the future. You said forget the past. I would rather know what's ahead of me, right?
Okay, but you have to forget the past, though.
If I know what's ahead of me, then I have to forget the past.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so I'm gonna change my.
Okay. Yeah. So you wanted the other. One of the other.
No. I'm fucking with the past.
Man. Yeah. Because if you don't know the past, then you kind of have to reinvent yourself.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm a ride with my past.
That's my choice.
Going to where I'm going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah. Hell with that.
That's my sentiment. I'd rather the past than the future. I guess you can manipulate the future a little bit, but forgetting who you are is a whole lot. That's big. And like I said, you kind of have to reinvent yourself. And we done, y'all. But something I wanted to do, I was thinking about doing though. Old boy had a bag of them hot chips, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we should do that on episode. Just eat one of them chips and see, you know what I'm saying? The hot shit. Have like some water, some shit, the real hot shit.
Oh, like hot ones.
Yeah. So
nigga, let me tell you something, nigga. I don't even like nigga.
I don't like hot food though. I don't fuck with it. Yeah. I don't fuck.
I'm gonna tap out quick.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's it. That's it for this week's episode. Like I said, hey, check us out on Coffee and Apple Juice, More Than a Photographer, and Aries Talking Sports podcast. And be on the lookout for Dre and Aisha doing an episode. You want to close this out, my man?
Man, shout out to everybody that fuck with us. Shout out to North Carolina, man. As always, mental health is real. Myself and Reggie, you know what I mean? We're not subject matter experts, but if you help us, if you tap into, whatever problems or whatever issue that you got going on, please do so before you hurt yourself or harm yourself. And I promise you, I can assure you that we will get you to the right people in the right situation, man, and get you the help that you need, man. Besides that, dog, you already know how I'm giving it up.
Yes, sir. I just want to, thank everybody for rocking with us. Continue to support us in each and every way. Y'all see, we got some new toys. We got our own microphones. We ain't sharing no shit. So we moving up, man. Unapologetic Studios is coming soon. But yeah, I appreciate everything, man. All the support, all the comments, the feedback, the likes, the shares, all that good stuff. Something I did want to say at the beginning, but I'll say it now. Episode 100 is coming up soon. This is 92 right here. So we have about 8 weeks. We have about 8 weeks of shows left. We're looking for ideas on how we should do 100. Feel free to tap in, give us some comments on everything, far as the ideas, how we should do the show. Because we like to involve y'all on that, because it's a journey in itself, man. 100 episodes is a lot, that's big. like we said earlier, like a lot of people don't even make it past episode, I think it was 22 or some shit like that. And we
is that the average?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
God, dog.
And we we well past that. So yeah, we big things, man. And one day y'all gonna hear us on a major platform. Speak that shit into existence. Already. But tap in, just let us know, like give us some ideas on what we should do. We got a couple ideas this past weekend, and a lot of things we got to talk about. But we got 8 weeks, so I think when we have about 2 weeks left, I would like to have a general idea, to what we're gonna do,
right, and
how we're gonna do it, how we should do it. But that's it. That's all I got. Oh, the question that I was asked when I made a comment about, well, how do you view women? And I was like, I start at the feet and go up.
As far as
so we went out, and on the way out of the club, I was last like, so say old girl came up to you, would you, I guess, give her the time of day, or what would you do? And I'm like, I'm looking at them feet and them shoes, and I'm working my way up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I was like, for instance, well, her sandals was fucked up, but I'm like, I don't do them feet bad. She happened to have on some fucking 6 rings or some shit. It's no way in hell you work your way up and go down, or you go down and up.
I go down. I go down. I look down.
Okay.
And then I work up. But
do you think that's a common thing with men?
No.
What do you think it start at? Up and down? Or like I see some ass, I see some titties, and that's it. Ooh.
I see some ass and some titties, and then we'll worry about everything else.
Ooh.
That's what I think. But we both sneakerheads. So that's different for us.
Ooh.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You think about.
But I mean, it could even be the sandals and the heels too. I'm looking at all this shit like.
But guess what? So I know shoes. You know what I'm saying? Not just sneakers. I know shoes.
Yeah.
So I know a good heel.
Yes, sir. A sandal.
I know a good sandal.
Take them wedges off, baby. All right. That's another one. Yeah, girl, you got some wedges on. It's
I know when you got them bullshit ass, Miss Doubtfire.
Some kitten heels. No, we ain't doing
it. I know when you do. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know like the expensive heel.
The little starter heels.
The little blocks. Yeah, I know that shit. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? So I know what a good heel looks like. So you're not gonna get off on me. I know what the beauty supply flats look like.
Yeah, Jesus said.
You're not gonna get off on me.
Yeah, no.
You're not gonna get off on me.
Nah.
So feet up.
Yeah, ladies, listen. Have it right. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Unapologetic Podcast. Y'all know who it is, what we do. Traded Nomad, Reg Prime Minister. We are out of here.
Like, subscribe, and share this thing.
Yes, sir.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.